The video is Leila Nishmas of Shmuel Bach and Chaim Tzvidoiv. Tchabavu ben Shmuel Yontan of Four with the Chai Fom Baspera Milya Malka. Yesterday we were at the Tzion of the famous Tasha Rebbe. We're trying to recite tehillim. There's a custom actually during the month of Elul to recite and finish tehillim once, twice, even 3 times the entire tehillim throughout the days of Elul. I'm thinking to myself, and usually this is something that I would always push, and that is, isn't it better to say a little bit and have kavana? What's this Indian? Why are we trying to finish the entire tehillim, say the entire tehillim over and over again? Now, the book just came out about the Tasha Rebbe. Incredible stories, really. And one of the things, perhaps the most important things to him, and something that he did almost on a miraculous level, he would finish tehillim, not just once, twice, sometimes 3 times a day. Something that's almost really inhuman, really. And he was angelic. The stories they tell about him, and these are like stories from people that we know, miracles. And if you understand someone who could stand on his feet for 9 hours a day, the schedule was something also beyond this world, then you could start understanding why there's so many incredible miracles and stories about him. But what's this Indian of saying the entire tehillim? So I was thinking of the following idea. Tell me if you agree. In fact, the Tasha Rebbe himself explains, and this is actually based on tzaddikim like Velimelech Milazhinsk, who says that when you say tehillim 3 times a day, the entire tehillim, it's like fasting the entire week. So the Tasha Rebbe explains, because when you say tehillim with all your koyach, and I think maybe perhaps this is something that we could keep in mind, you don't have to say, you're not going to finish the entire tehillim probably 3 times a day, but even if you recite the tehillim, 5 tehillim a day, because that helps you cover over because it's 150 tehillims, so you could cover over 30 days the entire 150 tehillims. But the idea is to say it with all your koyach. All your koyach means trying to really get into each word. And in fact, they'll help you, because so many times we say tehillim and we don't understand what we're saying, and we're starting thinking, is this really making a difference? So the Tasha Rebbe explains that a person has to see that each letter, each word there is going up the Shemaim, and it's making a tremendous impact. It really is. But I think if a person has the ability to understand what they're saying, it doubles, it triples, it makes the tefillah, of course, when it's b'kavanah, so much more powerful. However, I'm just sharing with you a thought that I had, and it connects to an incredible sefer called Kisvei Hasaba Mikelim. Okay, 150 years ago, for those that know a little bit of history of what's called Tnuat HaMusar, the movement of Musar, one of the great premier students that really pushed and taught was about 150 years ago, was the famous Alta Mikelim, what's called the Saba Mikelim, the Alta from Kelim. His name is Rav Simcha Zissel. And Rav Simcha Zissel taught, of course, about the midos and how to change yourself. But one of the things that was hanging, this is what's so amazing about this, there's a small ha'aretz in Echel, it's called Kisvei Asaba Mikelim, it's called Pinkas HaKabbalas. So in Ha'ara Daled, he discusses the importance of having unity, and his language is also so powerful. I'm just going to read you some of the line that I think is incredible. He says, which basically means if we don't have some fear amongst human beings, then everyone would swallow each other up. And then he says, listen to the words, the unity of the servants is the existence of the kingdom, which means, and he explains, that when we are trying to crown Hashem, when we're trying to get closer to Rosh Hashanah, and it's all about crowning the Rebbe and becoming the Melech, we say so many psukim, he says, first, the basis, the foundation, is to make sure that there's unity amongst the servants. And he says, and on the bottom, it says, this was hanging on the door of the Talmud Torah. So I was thinking, when we recite the entire tehillim, you know what we're doing? We're davening for everyone in Klal Yisrael, for everyone's tzaras, because David HaMelech put every single possible tzara from the beginning of history until today. And when we say the entire tehillim, we're looking and we're saying, we're covering it all. Not just my personal tzaras. We're coming as a unit and we're saying, you gotta save us. Tzchus of David HaMelech, you gotta save us. Everything that's in this tehillim, you gotta save us. And if we want to have a true malchus, we gotta unify and daven for each other. Hatzach, have an amazing day.